Thug Behram, how the government became the king and the people became subjects. Originally, power was personal. Kings ruled by bloodline, land ownership, military force, religious legitimacy. People weren't citizens, they were subjects, bound to the ruler, not the state. The shift from king government. One power had to survive bad kings. As kingdoms expanded, rulers died, failed, or were overthrown. So power needed something more stable than a body. That's when authority began to move from the king, a person, to the state, a structure. The crown became symbolic. The bureaucracy became real. 2. Law replaced divine right. Documents like the Magna Carta, 1215, did free the people. They limited the king for the elite. But it introduced a dangerous idea. Power could be constrained by rules. Once law exists above the ruler becomes replaceable. That's the birth of government. 3. The social contract rebrands obedience. Thinkers like Thomas Hobbes and John Locke reframed submission, not as God chose the king, but as you chose order over chaos. This is key. People didn't stop being subjects. They were told they consented to it. The language changed. The power dynamic didn't. 4. Subjects become citizens on paper. As monarchies weakened, kings lost personal authority. Governments gained institutional authority. You weren't loyal to a king anymore. You were loyal to the state, the law, the constitution. But the expectations stayed the same. Obey, pay, serve. Don't disrupt. Citizenship became managed participation, not freedom. 5. The modern state inherits the crown. Today, governments command armies, tax, labor-define legality, control borders, claim moral authority. Everything kings once did, but with paperwork instead of crowns. The king didn't disappear. He spread out. The government became the crown. The people became subjects with paperwork. The uncomfortable truth. People weren't liberated from monarchy. They were absorbed into administration. The question stopped being, who rules us, and became, which system do we obey? That's a quieter kind of control, and a more durable one. Books you can reference, solid, respected. Foundations of the State, Leviathan. Thomas Hobbes, Why People Accept Authority Out of Fear of Chaos. 2 treatises of government. John Locke, Consent, Property and the Illusion of Choice. Power and Legitimacy. The Prince, Niccolo Machiavelli, Power Stripped of Morality. Seeing Like a State, James C. Scott, How Governments Simplify People to Control Them. Modern Critique. The State, Franz Oppenheimer, The State as Institutionalized Domination. Discipline and Punish, Michel Foucault, How Control Becomes Invisible and Internalized. In closing, the king didn't vanish, he became a system, and the subjects became citizens with the same expectations. Thug Behram enclosed. Machiavelli understood what came after kings, power that rules without ceremony and calls it order. That's it. Quiet, sharp, complete.